Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you guys come back to my channel. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, but that's going to change. I'm going to start uploading more and doing more nightfall guides because I like to do nightfalls, and I'm pretty good at doing nightfalls with my friends, and my friends are pretty good at doing these nightfalls, so I can give you tips and tricks on how to complete the nightfall as fast as possible. And I'll probably do each nightfall when they come out, each grandmaster. Right now there are no grandmasters, but there are masters, and you can farm the Hungiri this week, and the saber strike is the one right now, and I can show you some tips and tricks on this strike. So if one of your friends has the emote called chair pop, what he can do is go into this corner, then go ahead and go all the way back to the shielding and then crouch. Then once he crouch then he wants to look directly at where I'm standing, like in between the shield and this like open gap, and then he wants to sit down, and you'll know if you got it correctly if you see your character's head like half in and half out of the shield. If he's exactly like that, then he's probably got it, and then you just go away. And then when you go away, basically what happens is, if he's got it correctly, after about 30% on the war set, what will happen is he'll either get shot to death, that means his position wasn't correct, or he will not and he'll survive. And if he survives, then an easy scan for the war set, and you guys just sit here and wait. And it's really that simple, and it saves so much time instead of doing the war set legit. And you just wait until it's done scanning. Once it's done scanning, then you can go ahead and kill the champions, and then once you kill the champions, you move on. So now I'm just going to move into the next room where I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to make it go faster. The war set part and the champions, pretty easy, just kill them. There's not really any tricks to killing champions. But there is one thing that I forgot to mention that is very important. One of your teammates should have on breach and clear, and when you have breach and clear on, it makes grenade launchers more powerful. Like, it puts a debuff on champions and bosses. It costs 9, put it on your class item, you get it from the artifact, but it's really well worth it because it'll do a lot more damage. Okay, so I just skipped ahead to where we're in the bunker, and for this part what you want to do is just take one and one other friend and run inside and go in there quickly with your other friend. So just run in there and go over to the left and put some anarchy down real quick so that the shanks can't get through. And I suggest that you both have anarchy on, whoever runs in this tunnel, and just lace it down with some anarchy. And now once you're in this tunnel, a couple of marauders will come after you, but you can just kill them really fast with your guns, and they might try to sneak up behind you. Just make sure that you just on your guard and looking out. And you could, as you guys can see, marauders spawned out of the hole there as well, so you just want to shoot them and try to kill them as fast as you can before they kill you. And then once you're in this little area, you can just keep popping your head out and just keep on killing them over and over again. For my build, my setup, I use a fusion rifle, a scout rifle, and anarchy. And my other teammates, they use an overload submachine gun, a scout, and anarchy. And my third teammate, he uses scout and I think a submachine gun, not really quite sure, but submachine gun and a sword. And my other friend, he uses the arc subclass, and I'm also using the arc subclass for my titan. And we use the thunder strike exotic, which increases our damage, and we have that on, and he has the surge grenade on so that it'll stun the champions. And you'll need at least one character to have a surge grenade. It doesn't matter if you're like a warlock or a hunter, but you need to have an arc grenade and arc surge grenade because it'll come in handy later on. But as you guys can see, sometimes it gets a little hairy over in that like corner, but you know, sometimes you'll just get a hang of it and figure out where they're coming from and you won't die at all. But as you can see in this run that I died a couple of times, but that's fine because you have your friend there who can revive you over and over again. But this is what, you know, keeps you from like taking a very long time in this room if you go in there and clear them out. So then once you've cleared out all the marauders and everything like that, then you want to get behind this box. And then we have a warlock in our group so that he can put down a well. And once he puts down a well, you'll be able to shoot the enemies that are chained by the servitor. If you don't have a warlock with a well, then you're just going to have to kill the barrier and then kill the snipers, or stun the barrier and kill the snipers. But it really works well to have a warlock, because you can just go ahead and just use his well to shoot the ones that he protects. Then after that, then you want to go ahead and just kill the barrier, but this time I decided to actually kill the overload. Usually we kill the barrier, but this time we actually got both of them because Tully went ahead in Thunder Crash. But usually we just go after the barrier, but in this run we decided to go after both of them. And then after you killed one of the champions, a whole bunch of sniper shanks will come out and one more overload will come out. So all you gotta do is just kill this overload. And I actually don't have anything to stun the overload because I have the breach and clear mod on, and it costs 9, and I can't have the arc grenade on. That's why I told you to have like one friend with the arc grenade. And there's also one part where you really need it. As you can see, I'm taking like large clicks of damage away from him because of the mod. I'm doing 7,000 damage instead of like 5,000. So breach and clear is definitely worth it. One person needs to have it on. It costs 9, but it's worth it. If you have it on the artifact, go ahead and get that. So now we're on to this phase, and this phase is extremely easy as long as you set it up exactly how I do it, and you'll be able to kill all the marauders in one swoop, and you'll have just exploder shanks and a couple of sniper shanks left. So just shoot the cell like once for your friend. Don't shoot it twice or 3 times because it might explode. Then you want to shoot some anarchy in that back hallway just like I did. Do a triangle just like I did, and then tell your friend to start shooting it, the cell, so all the enemies spawn. And then there'll be 2 overload captains in this tunnel. So what my friend did is he threw down his arc grenade, which stunned both of the overloads, and we had anarchy down there. And then my one friend who had the sword comes in and just keeps on swiping and swiping until they're all dead. And then as you guys can see, now there's only 2 sniper shanks and just a bunch of exploders, because all the marauders that spawned out of that door just got killed by my anarchy, and it makes this room so much more easier on the second phase. And then what will happen is sometimes a shank will get stuck in the wall. As you guys could see that I was aiming at the shank in the wall, and he'll like teleport on one of you. If you just keep running around, it'll teleport behind you and your friend can just shoot it for you. Just don't stand still, because he could sneak up behind you, teleport on you, and kill you. The next room after this is where you have to run the ball, and I'll give you advice on how to run the ball and do it like first try every time. It's actually pretty easy to run the ball. When we first did this with our Grandmaster, we didn't think it was easy because we were taking our time and we didn't really know about sliding, and you really want to slide with this ball. If you slide, you'll be able to make it all the way down to the end without having to wait for the electrical field to pass by or weave in and out. So all you gotta do is just have your 2 friends at the end guarding the where you put the charge in, and they just keep killing the stuff and kill the exploder that comes out of there. It's very important. And all you gotta do is just pick up the arc charge when the electric field just passes, and then just keep on sliding behind it. Just keep on sliding and sliding and sliding, and you'll make it a whole way without getting shocked by the arc damage or anything. And if your friends kill the exploders, then you'll be completely fine. And then after that, then you'll go into the next room and you have to kill some ads. Now, next room, it's pretty easy. There's really no strategy to really do this. You just kill the stuff in this room, and then the next room, you want to kill the stuff in the room. So I'm just going to skip the next 2 rooms. So the last strategy is the boss room, and in the boss room you want to start on the right. It's very important to start on the right, and then you want to go ahead and just damage the boss. So this is where breach and clear comes into handy again. As you can see, he's taking yellow damage, crit damage from breach and clear, and it even helps your friend's anarchy do more damage. And you can see that I took him down very, very fast. We actually took him down very, very fast. I shouldn't just say I, because me and my friend had anarchy on him, and he was down in a matter of seconds. Then after that, then you just kill the barrier, and once you kill the barrier, then the second phase will show up, and you just stay on the right and do that again. You repeat that again. Okay, so once you kill the barrier, then you want to go ahead and do it again, and just make sure that you're like dodging, weaving back and forth, because the sniper can snipe you on the big shank. He'll snipe you sometimes and kill you, but once you get him down, then you're going to go into the next phase, and he's going to go into his immune phase in the middle again. And when he goes into this phase, he'll spawn like 2 exploder shanks and then 2 sniper shanks, so you want to watch out for that. You definitely want to get rid of those exploder shanks and those sniper shanks, because the barrier will shield the sniper shanks, and then they'll just become a nuisance when they're, barriered. But as you can see, I died from one of the exploders, so you definitely got to watch out for those exploders. But now, since I died, the sniper shanks are out, and we have to kill those, and hopefully the barrier didn't tether him. As you can see, there's one sniper shank there. And then the other one, we got lucky, it didn't get tethered with the servitor, but sometimes they get tethered, and you gotta take out the servitor's shield. But you could just spawn camp those sniper shanks and not have to deal with them, as long as you stay alive. And then, it's just like leaving the barrier alive, kill all the shanks, leave the barrier alive to go around and collect ammo. Just watch out for those electrical towers and this electrical cylinder that I went by. Do not touch those, you'll die. But once you get your ammo, then once you put them into the next phase, then you want to come over to the left. Once you come over to the left, this is the final phase. This is where you're probably going to want to be doing a lot of damage to them really fast. This phase, it doesn't really matter. Just watch out for the exploder shanks that come on the right and the left a little bit. But basically we melt the boss with our supers and anarchy. You want to melt him as fast as you can, especially in the last phase. The reason why you want to melt him as fast as you can in the last phase is because in the last phase they'll spawn a whole bunch of snipers, and they'll get in your face and they'll snipe you and you'll die. So yeah, that's basically it. You do the nightfalls, just keep farming them over and over to get your god roll Hanjiri. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed today's guide. Hopefully this helped you. Hopefully, me showing you how to set up that war sack glitch, and me showing you the room on how to like clear those ads really fast helps you out, and hopefully the boss room tutorial helps you out as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video.